This is Eagle Al, and today I will be talking about the Eagles shopping Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat. Also, we're going to talk about DAndre Swift possibly coming back. BG is back, and it's time to get familiar with Bryce Huff's name. But let's get straight into it. All right, so let's get straight into the topics, man. Brandon Graham is officially back on a 1 year deal. We knew it was going to happen. I believe 1 year, up to $4 million, 15 years, farewell tour. We know it's going to be his last year. And man, BG, start to finish, he started a little rocky with the Philadelphia Eagles, aged like wine, got better and better and better and better. He's an Eagles legend. We'll always remember him for that, Tom Brady strip sack. Hopefully this year he make more, memories, good memories. Hopefully the Eagles do him right this year. But I will say this though. Eagles are smart. Why do I say that? As much as we love Brandon Graham, what they tried to sneak past us is that they looking to trade Josh Sweat. Yeah, Brandon Graham, the long quotes and this and that, but I believe they did this purposely because they knew this was going to come out. So the Eagles are shopping Josh Sweat. A lot of people not surprised, a lot of people upset. I'm a little upset about it because not only are we shopping Josh Sweat, we shopping Hassan Reddick. I'm like, why would we shop both guys? That only leave basically Nolan Smith on the edge. Milton Williams can play the edge, but he's not an edge rusher. And what's out there, according to Jeff McClain, a lot of people don't believe his sources, stuff like that. But I even believe John McMullen put this out, is that the Eagles, not only were they not satisfied with really Hassan Reddick, but Josh Sweat either, especially how they ended the season. So Eagles wouldn't mind moving on for both guys because everybody got a price, but they will aggressively go after defensive ends if necessary. But it's weird that we would trade Josh Sweat because I believe trading Josh Sweat, we actually lose money against the cap. If I'm not mistaken, I believe like 4 or 5 million, but both guys got 1 year left on a contract. So now if you possibly want to get the best out of Josh Sweat and he might leave anyway, I guess why not trade him? Even with Hassan Reddick, why not trade them if they're both going to go? I understand keeping Josh Sweat. He's homegrown. I believe Josh Sweat like 26. He's young. Of course, he got a couple years ahead of him. But to let him go after one bad year or ending the season bad, I think is a little extreme. But if the price is right, why not listen? So it sounds like the Eagles are listening to offers for Josh Sweat more than we're pursuing to trade him. Like they're entertaining it. But again, if both guys happen to go, get familiar with the name Bryce Huff. Now, a lot of guys like him, 10 sacks. I believe his pressure rates the past 2 years were at least in the top four. And Bryce Huff is good. But I think the 10 sacks are a little overblown. If I'm not mistaken, I think he got about like 6 sacks against backup offensive linemen. I know he got Jordan Mailata. I know he was destroying. I think Jack Driscoll got in the game against the Jets. I know he was destroying him. Um, but yeah, I think his sack total was blown up a little bit. Not saying he's not bad. I mean, not saying that he's like a bad player, but most of his sacks came from backup offensive linemen. Just keeping it real. Some were unblocked and uncovered. I mean, he's 25. He probably got a little bit developing to do, but to go all out on a guy, I believe that's on the same level as Josh Sweat, is a bit insane to me. It's a bit crazy to me, but maybe people come to me like, you're totally wrong on this guy. Maybe he's really good. I don't know, because for him to leave basically the Jets, you're going to have to overpay him. And if both guys, Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat, leave, you definitely gonna have to overpay him because now you just need a guy. And you evaluate the draft totally different because now both guys are gone. Forget the corner or the linebacker. Now we got to go all in on the defensive ends. Hopefully Howie know what he's doing. You know, he got about like three fifth round picks. You know, we got the extra picks from like, you know, the Jamal Hargraves and stuff leaving. Hopefully Howie know what he's doing, man. I'm not gonna question Howie far as cap getting the capital to make big trades. So if he trade both guys again, there's something he's seeing we're not seeing. If we get rid of one, cool, but both Josh Sweat and Hassan Reddick sound crazy to me. But Howie is the GM. I'm the fan, and I'm gonna just be watching. But I will be critical if I believe something's not right. But again, the big name I'm hearing is Bryce Huff. Hopefully, he's that guy. Because again, I watched some of the tape. I watched his sacks, how he got them. Cool. Come on, man. Josh Sweat and Hassan Reddick, really? All right, so let's get into the next topic. Despite popular belief against Saquon Barkley, there's rumors out there that the Eagles really want to keep DAndre Swift. They just let him test the market, see what he can get. But the Eagles are hoping to get DAndre Swift. Now, it sounds like the Eagles are doing their due diligence on Saquon. We could get Saquon, cool. But the talk around town is that the Eagles really, really want DAndre Swift back. So it looked like DAndre Swift might be back in Philly. It's more hopes of him being back in Philly than hopes against Saquon. My only problem with DAndre Swift is that his pass blocking. Saquon is one of the best pass blocking running backs in the league. And not only that, he can pass, catch, and do everything DAndre Swift can do. But DAndre Swift pass blocking is pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie. But again, the Eagles hoping to get DAndre Swift back. Again, despite popular belief of, this Saquon and Derrick Henry, this and that, we're hoping to get DAndre Swift back. But again, if we can't, I said this in plenty of videos, we've got so many running backs out there, it's crazy. Nobody's really talking about Josh Jacobs for whatever reason. Dog. Again, Derrick Henry. You still got AJ Dillon, Austin Eckler. I guess Tony Pollard. I really want him. But you got a lot of running backs out there you can get if DAndre Swift, decide he want to go somewhere else. Hope that's not the case, but if he do, you have a lot of options. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the news today? How do we feel about Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat? I mean, breaks my heart, especially with the Josh Sweat thing. That's how I feel about homegrown talent. Homegrown talent you want to keep around. I don't like getting these outsiders like that too much unless they're really good, like a AJ Brown, like a Hassan Reddick. But to just let go or possibly even trade Josh Sweat sound crazy to me. But again, they wasn't happy with his effort. So it sounded like it wasn't just coaching. It sounded like it was the player's effort on the field too. And that's why Howie Roseman seemed like he's going rogue. Also, DAndre Swift, how we feeling about that? DAndre Swift might be back. I know a lot of people, I'm starting to see the 50-50. Some people really want Saquon. Some people really want DAndre Swift because we know he was underutilized. I think it comes down to the money. It definitely comes down to the money. How do we feel about BG being back another year? I think a lot of people agree with this. A nice reserve guy, getting like 15 snaps a game. I think he'll be cool with that. You definitely gonna need these edge rushers as much as possible because what's going on with these trade talks. But I guess that's all I got today. How do we feel about Bryce Huff? I know a lot of people like him. I'm 50-50 on him. Maybe I gotta watch more tape. I won't say I wasn't impressed, but I don't see the hype. I don't. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm